Call this meeting of the Common Council to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Beyer. Here. Peachy.
Here.
Miller.
Here.
Randall.
Here.
Lars.
Here.
Tully.
Here.
Kraus.
Here.
Horn.
Alderman Horn is excused this evening. This time we'll entertain public participation. Anyone wishing to address the council may do so. We ask you, could you please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and your reason for appearing. No?
Hello, my name is Carlos Arevalo. I'm representing Mr. Marcos. He's trying to open the new restaurant in town, so he just wants to be here and see if he can do anything or become familiar with everything. He's trying to open up a restaurant. So
Oh, good.
that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome. Thank you.
There.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll move on to appointments and ask for your confirmation. Tonight we have 3 names for your consideration. Elizabeth Pizzato for the Library Board as the School District Representative. Michelle Patel for the Tourism Committee as the Hospitality Representative. And Jill Succo to the Police and Fire Commission. I'd ask for a motion of approval.
I move to approve the appointment by the mayor.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Lars. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name.
Alderman Peachy.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Kraus.
Aye.
Beyer. Aye.
Thank you. It's unanimous. Thank you, Jefferson.
Thank you.
Proposed ordinance number 3-19, an ordinance to amend and modify the existing provisions of Chapter 265 of the Municipal Code concerning winter parking restrictions. In the absence of Alderman Horn, Alderman Bradley, please.
City of Jefferson ordinance 3-19, an ordinance to repeal and recreate section 265-4 of the City of Jefferson Municipal Code related to winter parking. The Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin hereby ordains as follows. Section 1, parking restrictions. Section 265-4. Winter parking, effective dates on all streets in the city from November 1st through March 31st. Parking shall be permitted on one side of the street only as defined within this section. 1. Alternate side 24-hour parking rules. Parking shall be permitted from 6 p.m. daily and shall be in effect until 5:59 p.m. the following day, 24 hours. On even calendar days, vehicles shall park on the even side of the street, which has even house numbers, until 6 p.m. On odd calendar day, vehicles shall park on the odd side of the street, which has odd house numbers, until 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. daily, vehicles shall be required to move to the alternate side of the street based on the following day's date. Number 2, exceptions. Excepting on those streets and areas where parking is prohibited between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. or in a limited parking zone, which shall include designated 30-minute, 1-hour, and 2-hour parking areas between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Vehicles shall obey posted, erected parking regulation signs. Number 3, authority to ticket and remove. If any vehicle shall be parked in violation of this subsection, the police department shall ticket the vehicle and may order it towed from the street at the owner's risk after the vehicle has been ticketed. The fine for violating this subsection shall be prescribed by the municipal court bond in effect, plus the towing charge for each occurrence. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect after passage, publication, and attestation as required by law. I so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Second. Second by Alderman Miller. Discussion?
I can explain this if...
Please do.
Sure. Over the past several years, we've had some issues in the city of Jefferson with the modification of the parking ordinance that had previously been made. This is a revision to the ordinance that was done in cooperation with the Jefferson Police Department, City Attorney, and Public Works. Essentially, what we're trying to do is to go back to a 24-hour notification like the city used to have, mainly to be able to have the streets cleared on a daily basis so that snow plows have essentially a 24-hour time frame to clean off the streets. So the modification of this ordinance is essentially saying that we're changing the time frame from 6 p.m. to 5:59 p.m. the following day. So that's the changeover time for switching to the alternate side parking. Essentially, to give you an example, if it's the 18th, I'm parking on the even side of the street until 6 p.m., at which time I would then be moving to the odd side based on the following date. We have worked on the language of this, and we feel that the language that is proposed is clear to the public. We've also added a provision, I think Attorney Rogers can maybe discuss that as far as the option for the PD to tow. But again, I believe this is going to be a welcome change, and certainly for my plow truck drivers, it will take out some of the confusion. We're rolling it out now so that we have plenty of time to be able to introduce this to the public, get information out to the public so they understand when it actually goes into effect later this winter.
I think we're envisioning that we won't tow any cars unless they restrict the city's ability to plow. But we have the ability.
How many times, let's say, not just this last winter, since you started here, do you know how many times you plows go out in an average winter?
How many times they go out?
Sure, what's the impact here? Do you plow 6 times? Do you plow 12 times? Do you plow, what are the average number of snow events per season?
I don't have those numbers in front of me right now, Vin.
I get that, but-
I can tell you that this past year, a typical cycle for us would be in the event that we have a snow event, we would be going out plowing one day, we'd be plowing the next day on the opposite sides of the street. The third day, we would go out and clean up snow islands, and if the event was large enough, the fourth day, we're going and cleaning up the downtown. So that 4-day cycle was probably repeated probably 10 times this past winter. And again, like you said, it really varies on the amount of snow that we get. But I can tell you that I had some tired guys this year. We had a lot of back-to-back days where they were coming in at 2 a.m. So we believe this is going to inform the public, clean things up for us.
And I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking on behalf of what I've heard from my constituents over the last several years. A lot of people would like to see it go to snow emergency only instead of the odd even cycle. But if that's not feasible, this is the best solution. I just wanted out there that that's what I've been hearing the most. Based on our winters here, that's what a lot of people that vote for us have mentioned they'd like to see.
Are there any other questions or comments?
Yeah, Mayor. Bill, I did have a discussion with Chief, probably, I don't know if it was the last meeting or the meeting before that, just to make sure the language is clear, because there are the opportunities where you can be parking on the outside 2 days in a row with the end of the month having 31 days and the first. So that is cleaned up and that does show in there?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. And then this is, to me it's a dumb question. It's always been November through March, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'll talk to you because do we have signs out on posted that says, hey, this is, or?
So one of the things that the city is going to be doing this year, we do have to post it at the entrances to the city, but
Okay.
there are signs posted
Okay.
on streets indicating when the winter parking goes into effect.
Okay. I'll touch base with you. I'll swear I saw one that said December, starts December and not November. So I'll let you know so you can, hopefully I'm not looking at it right and you can check that sign out. Thanks.
Anyone else?
Just in agreement with Vinnie, I hear the same thing, and I felt the same thing myself. That I think declaring snow emergencies like a lot of cities do, and then having parking restricted is a lot nicer for the residents of the city. They don't have to worry about it, because they don't have a parking place.
And the PD doesn't have to worry about going out and ticketing when there's no chance of snow in the next week or
But if
foreseeable
there's a
future.
snow emergency and somebody leaves your car parked and you can tow it away, and that's what happens. But, I know that's difficult, and they create problems, but I've always felt that way myself. I've never liked the alternate side parking ever, since we've ever had it. Until somebody comes up with a better plan, I guess, have it. This is, not from.
Maybe something to be discussed in the future. I'm not opposed to this ordinance or this change, but just food for thought there.
Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor of the proposed ordinance, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name, and all if you're opposed.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Kraus.
Aye.
Meyer. Aye. Peach.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Resolution number 22, tonight's consent agenda. Alderman Tully, please.
Thank you, Mayor. City of Jefferson, Resolution Number 22. Be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that the consent agenda for July 2nd, 2019 is hereby adopted. A, we have vouchers payable for June 2019 in the amounts of $158,130.61 and $137,466.15. Payroll summary for June 21st, 2019 in the amount of $178,174.99. B, we approve the council minutes from June 18, 2019, the Common Council. C, licenses as approved by the Regulatory Committee. We had new and renewal operators license. We had alcohol beverage license. We had one new one, a Class B combination liquor license to Kiva Sports Center LLC at 200 Pittsburgh Parkway. And this license is contingent upon the signed contract controlling the property being received by the city by Wednesday, July 10th at 5 o'clock. Special Class B licenses, we have one. We had a beer and wine license for Tomorrow's Hope Incorporated for their Hope Fest. This will be July 20th, 2019 at Jefferson's Rotary Park. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Meyer. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the consent agenda, please signify by saying aye. Sarah calls your name, and all if you're opposed.
Alderman Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Kraus.
Aye.
Meyer. Aye. Peachy.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
It's unanimous, thank you. Resolution number 23, a resolution authorizing a development agreement with Midwest Capital Investment Incorporated and Mohammed Entasham. Alderman Meyer, please.
Honorable Mayor, council members, and citizens, City of Jefferson Resolution Number 23. Whereas Midwest Capital Investment Incorporated, the developer, is desirous to improve a certain parcel of the real estate within the boundaries of the city and is bounded by State Highway 26 and W Junction Road, the parcel, and whereas the developer intends to improve the parcel, which will encourage economic development, expand the City of Jefferson's tax base, create new jobs, and attract industry within the city. And whereas the developer of the city of Jefferson has tentatively agreed to the terms and conditions of the developer's agreement, a copy of which is herein therefore. And whereas the developer's agreement will facilitate the improvement of the parcel and therefore benefit the citizens of the city of Jefferson. Be it further resolved that the appropriate officials of the city of Jefferson are hereby authorized to execute the aforementioned developer's agreement. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brandel. Discussion?
I would point out that the name of the developing agency has been changed from Midwest Development or Capital to ENR Investment Inc. But the same players involved.
Do you need a motion to change that, or?
Thank you for the clarification. Tim, would you like to speak to this?
Sure. For those of you who don't know, this is the development agreement that covers what we hope would be the first of several at the North State Highway 26 bypass interchange area. This agreement, and Mohammed and Michelle are here, they may want to update the council on the plans for a hotel. But this development agreement includes the construction of a gas station, convenience store with fast food restaurant. I will say this, that in terms of the city's obligations, we need to extend water to the site. Currently, water terminates on the west side of the Junction Road Business 26 intersection. We need to bring it under that intersection to the site so they have municipal service. Sewer and power have already been extended to the site. And then as a development incentive to help offset some of their development costs, this agreement provides for the developer to recover a maximum of $200,000 in property tax increment over an 11-year period. Those are the main city obligations. The main developer obligations are they have to construct the improvement that I just described. It's approximately 4,500 square feet with approximately 1,500 square feet of the same consisting as the lease space for a Burger King restaurant. The developer is obligated to commence construction by September 1 of 2019 and complete construction no later than June 1, 2020. The developer's capital investment for the project will be at least $3 million. In addition, the agreement is contingent on the continuous operation of what we refer to as the travel plaza, so that if for some reason in year 2 or 3 the business closes, then basically the developer's agreement becomes null and void. And it also requires the developer to be timely on payment of real estate taxes that are levied and all utility charges that are due and owing the municipal utilities. And I guess lastly, Chris, the last thing I would say, should the developer sell or transfer the parcel, the agreement basically becomes null and void unless the developer obtains the prior consent to the sale and transfer by the council. Those are the main points of that.
I think you did a good job summarizing it.
Thank you. We have Mohammed and Michelle here tonight with us. Welcome.
Nice to see you guys again.
Good evening.
At least it's not January or something. Does anyone have any questions? So the convenience store looks to be, what, breaking ground at the end of the month?
We're hoping that if everything closes up with the bank, we're hoping by the end of July or end of July is when we're hoping to get everything done so we can open August, break ground in August. As of right now.
How's the hotel looking?
At the hotel. So the hotel is, it's just got a stockholders agreement. So we are getting through some of that. After that is done, we had 6 banks come back at us, so we will pick a bank and get it financed. Our plan is probably to be here with plans and get those signed off through you guys in the month of August. And then we'll have 6 weeks probably for appraisal. So the closest we would break around would be, and I would just say, end of September, early October is our plan.
So both would be going for construction. We're hoping.
We're hoping.
Our goal is to open before December 31st. that's one of the.
gas station, for the gas.
For the gas station, yeah, because we have to, the Burger King wants to make sure that we get this open in 2019. And that's the other plan for BP is that we need to be open before December. So that's what we
It's a 3-month build time for them. 6 months for us, so we would be March or April.
So we're just working through some of the contingency that the bank has. And one contingency that they have is they need a letter from the city saying that we shouldn't have any problem getting the liquor license. So I guess I'm gonna have to talk to the city clerk about that. We do have a couple of them already in our other properties, in our business. It's under the same company, PNR Investment. One is in Madison, one is Portage, one is Cargill, so I don't see any issue getting it. But that's one of the contingency that the bank put on the approval letter, is that we should be able to get at least the beer license, not the liquor, just the beer. So I'm hoping I don't know how, what the
I don't think beer
turnaround
is
time
gonna be
that
a
is.
problem.
Yep,
So,
so
I
I'll
mean-
form, get in front of the regulatory committee and they'll make the recommendation to council.
Okay, so that was it, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the only thing that, and then obviously the development agreement, if we get that taken care of, we should be good.
Does anyone have any questions?
Oh yeah, one thing about the square footage, it's 5,000 square feet
It's actually
total.
5,600 square feet.
Oh.
So mine, the store itself, the C store is, I don't know how the 4,500
It might have been a feasibility.
feasibility study probably, that's where it came in, but altogether, it's about 5,600 square feet of the complete building, which 23 roughly, let's just say round it off, 2,300 is for Burger King, the rest is the C store. So I don't know if it matters.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if that matters.
if it's more, it's not a problem.
Yeah,
If
it
it
was
was
less.
less than-
Okay,
then-
just wanted
then
to
I'd
make
be
sure that
talking to
We were better doing it.
So that's pretty much it.
Are there any questions for Mohammed or Michelle?
So we have Burger King, we have BP, and then we decided on a Best Western Plus. That's what the hotel will be.
Yeah.
And we have other developments, but we have to wait till these get through, so.
Oh,
We've got a couple more because of the Burger King issue,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, Thank you for everything, you guys. Thanks for the support.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Stick around because it'd be nice
Yep.
to sign the contract.
Yep,
No problem.
no problem.
Are there any other questions or comments?
Yes.
Hearing none, all in favor of approval of resolution number 23, the development agreement with ENR Investment Incorporated, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name, and all three opposed.
Alderman Lars?
Aye.
Tully?
Aye.
Gross?
Aye.
Fire? Aye. Peachy?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Brandon?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to section 19.85, parent C of the Wisconsin State Statutes to consider hiring a full-time wastewater treatment plant operator.
So moved.
Mr. Myers, Mr. Kraus. All in favor of adjourning to closed session, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, we are adjourned to closed session. We will be returning to open session for one more item. All right, we are reconvened to open session. At this time, we'll consider resolution number 24, a resolution to hire a full-time wastewater treatment plant operator. Alderman Miller, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, fellow council members, and citizens. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 24. Whereas the position of wastewater plant operator has been vacant since January 2019, and it has been determined to be in the best interest of the wastewater utility that the position be filled when a qualified applicant has been identified. And whereas the Personnel Committee has reviewed her candidacy and is recommending that Stephanie Ferran meets the requirements of the position. The recommendation of the Personnel Committee is to hire Stephanie Ferran to fill the vacant position of wastewater plant operator. And now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that it herein approves and authorizes the hire of Stephanie Ferran to fill the vacant position of wastewater plant operator, subject to the following parameters. Ms. Ferran shall successfully pass a pre-employment physical and drug and alcohol screening. Ms. Ferran's starting salary shall be $1.158 per hour and be placed at classification 5 on the City of Jefferson compensation plan. Ms. Duran will be placed on the PTO benefit schedule at the 1-year service step. I so move.
It's been moved, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brandel. Any discussion?
This was unanimous earlier at personnel.
Thank you. And the recommendation of our chief plant operator. Great. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the hiring of Stephanie Ferrand as a full-time wastewater treatment plant operator, please signify by saying aye, so opposed.
Alderman Tully.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Peachy.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded by Mr. Lars. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.